Hey guys, Brian here. Welcome back to the channel. And in this one, I am going to go over the basics of what I do best is the wheel strategy, selling options. And for those that are new and just stopping by for the first time because of this video, I'm a nurse. I'm a registered nurse that have been investing since 2012. I'm 35 years old at the time of recording this video, and I've amassed a net worth over $1.3 million. That's between stocks, crypto, and real estate. And this is my bread and butter. This is what has been making my portfolio grow, because other than contributing to my 403b through work, I haven't really contributed much to my stock portfolio, but it's gone up significantly because of this strategy. And I want to teach to you everyone because I think everyone should learn it. And for the people that want like that one-on-one or even more in depth afterwards, I do have a course on this, but I also have a free guide as well, which I'm going to pretty much show you right here because it's a PowerPoint. But let's just jump into it and let's just go over everything that I want to go over, and we could go into it from there. So obviously the stock market, if you're brand new, what is the stock market? The stock market is a marketplace where buyers and sellers trade shares publicly held companies. It allows investors to buy and sell ownership stakes in the companies known as stocks or shares. That word could be intertwined, interchanged, no matter what, and is a crucial part of the economy, facilitating capital raising for businesses and investment opportunities for individuals. And then next, what is the wheel strategy? This is what I want to teach everyone. The wheel strategy is a popular options trading strategy that involves selling cash secured puts and covered calls on stocks. And I'll go into everything that means. It's a method that is used to generate income from option premiums. Premiums and income is the same thing. Acquiring stocks at a discount and selling them at a profit. So there's a way to like double dip, triple dip using this strategy. And it's actually really easy to teach. So why do we use it? For income. A lot of people like what I like to think of. Well, let's just go over this. Why do we use it? Income generation. By selling options, you collect premiums, which is income that can provide a steady stream of income. Stock acquisition at a discount. Selling cash secured puts allows you to potentially buy stocks at a lower price than the current market price. And I'll go over that in a little bit as well. That probably sounds a little bit confusing. And then of course, profit from stock appreciation. Selling covered calls allows you to profit from the appreciation of the stocks you own. And of course, flexibility. The strategy could be adjusted based on the market conditions and your personal preference. And the reason why I love the wheel strategy is because right now, as of recording this, the market is red. It's a little bit of a bear market. Big crash has happened, but you could still make money using the strategy. That's what I've been doing. You could still make plays, making hundreds of bucks, thousands of bucks, no matter what. That's what's the beauty of this. And for income generation, for me, I think it's the best way to build your portfolio, especially if you don't have a big portfolio, because a lot of people start off like, say, dividend investing, which is a great way to do it, but it takes a very, very long time to do it. So my thought process is, why not give myself the best shot of generating more money every week, every month, instead of waiting every quarter or every year for every dividend. And I could probably make that dividend amount of money in a week or so, or even more, or double or triple it, because that's how big these income generation could be from selling options. So what are the risks? Everyone wanted to know the risk. So there's an assignment risk. That means if the stock price moves against you, you may be assigned the stock or have your stock called away. That means you may have to buy that stock at the price that you chose, even though the stock dropped way below it, or the stock price rises exponentially and you end up selling your stocks at the price that you chose, and you won't capture that appreciation that had. And obviously there's market risk, which we just talked about. They could go into a bear market, neutral market, whatever, and that's how you could have potential losses, but there's ways to mitigate that. And then obviously there's opportunity cost. By selling covered calls, you cap your potential upside, which we just talked about, if the stock price increases significantly. And then here's the vocab. This is what everyone needs to know. strike price, the price at which to buy or sell the stocks that you choose. Expiration date is the date at which the option will be exercised or be considered worthless. That's usually a Friday for most stocks. It's a Friday. And then a call option play that gives you the right, but not the obligation to buy a stock at a specific price by a specific time. So call means you got to buy it. You can buy it if you want to, or you can sell it if you want to at a specific price. For put. Simple. At ATM, at the money. OTM, out of the money. Premium is the income. I wish I should probably put ITM in the money. ITM in the money. That means the price is right there. And then vocab continued. A covered call is when you have 100 shares and you use these 100 shares as collateral for the option play. Cash secured put, when you have enough cash to buy 100 shares for the option play. So you either need 100 shares for collateral or 100 shares worth of cash for collateral to get started. So obviously it takes money to make money. And I go over a few things in the course where you don't need a crazy amount to show that the strategy works, but obviously the safer, higher premium plays will take a lot more money. So the rules, this is the rules, guys. Only use this strategy with stocks, pretty much companies that you would want in your portfolio. You need 100 shares of that company or enough cash to buy 100 shares, and you need at least level 1 options enabled. And for this strategy, we are only selling options. I could teach you how to roll, but it's super simple. That's the only time we will want you to buy an option is to close it. But for right now is only selling options. And just to understand the basic vocabulary. So again, what do you need to start? We just talked about it. Level 1 options. You don't need this, nor do I recommend going above it, because that means you'll enable margin, which means potentially you enable loans against your portfolio. You're not activated, especially if you're new, because I don't want you guys getting messed up if something goes wrong and then now you're owing money to your brokerage. Do not do it. Level 1 all the way. And it's super easy to apply for options. They just do a risk assessment through your brokerage. They ask for your occupation, how much you make a year, your net worth, and like experience. And I pretty much give you the answers right here. You should put over 100K. You should put over 100K and say you've been doing options for at least like 2 years, and then you'll automatically get approved. And the wheel strategy, here we go. The goal is to collect income. Premium involves selling cash securities puts, purchasing a stock if the put is assigned, and then selling a covered call against this stock. I know it sounds confusing. Don't worry, I'm going to break it down. Both the put and call are sold out of the money, and the wheel works best in bullish markets because the premium is higher, and also works best if owning the stock outright and doing covered calls, because it's also trying to collect the premium as well as capital appreciation. So this is usually the starting point for everyone. This was my starting point. So selling cash secured puts. So again, you need enough money to buy 100 shares of whatever stock that you're choosing. You pick a strike price below the current price of the stock. So say if the stock was $100, you're going to pick something below it. 99, 98, 97, anything below it. The goal is to pick a strike price that you are okay with buying the stock at. So that's where I'm saying you should be getting at a discount. The stock should be a good enough stock. Say if it's a $100 stock, you believe it should stay around there, but you know how the market fluctuates. If you could buy 100 shares of this at say $98, you got it at a discount because you believe this is a $100 stock. So if it does hit your strike price, you will be assigned these 100 shares at the price you chose. Then you would move on to selling covered calls. Then you're going to the wheel part. Selling covered calls. Now that you own the 100 shares, now to make money on it, you have to choose a strike price above your cost basis. So say you got it at $98, now you want to pick 100. And then so you just choose above your cost basis to make sure that you always win. So choosing a strike price should also be a price that you are willing to sell your 100 shares at. For me, I personally choose $4 away from its current price or a delta of less than 30. delta you'll see on any option chain, which I'll show you. It just means there's a chance that the chances of this hitting your strike price by the time of your expiration date. So I usually say 30% is my threshold. So if the price goes past your strike price, you'll be forced to sell your 100 shares at your chosen strike price, and then you would move back to selling cash secured puts. So that's why you just keep recycling the money over and over again. Again, choosing a stock, stable and well-known companies, look for established ones, blue chip ones, Google, Apple, Nvidia. They're a little bit expensive, but they are worth the premiums if you have that type of money to do it with. You could also do it with smaller ones, but of course you got to remember the smaller ones will fluctuate a bit, and I personally don't like doing it, even though I have, like, say, AMC or GameStop in my portfolio and I do it against them. Very small part of my portfolio. So again, choosing again volatility and liquidity. Stocks with moderate volatility are ideal because they provide enough premium from options without excessive risk. Avoid highly volatile stocks, like what I was saying, as they can lead to unexpected and large price swings. Those will give the most premiums, the most income, but you could get stuck holding a bag pretty quickly. High liquidity is needed too, so that's why I don't do this with like penny stocks or really, really cheap stocks, because you also need to know that the stocks you're choosing can be traded, bought and sold. If they can't be, again, you'll just be holding shares that you can't offload. And again, just because the premium is high does not make the stock a good choice for this strategy. And then again, something that I like doing is also choosing like dividend paying stocks, even though tech stocks don't necessarily pay dividends, but like Apple, Nvidia, a few other ones, they have big price swings, they have big premiums, they are good stocks to hold for the long term, and they give out dividends. So consider it double dipping. Imagine holding a stock that you're doing covered calls with, so you're collecting the premiums, and every month or every quarter, you're also getting dividends. So you're getting money no matter what from that dividends and premiums. And say if the stock price is also going up, you're triple dipping because of capital appreciation. And then sector strength, choose stocks. Some are just better than others. Tech stocks usually just give more premiums. So, but it's also good to diversify just in case, like, say the tech sector like plummeted. At least you got like healthcare or insurance or banks, and those will help keep your portfolio afloat. And then again, personal interest. This is where you as an investor have to like start like doing this. If you're interested in a company and they're giving good information and good premiums, if you could put that all together yourself and do that type of research, you could potentially do really good for yourself. So now let's just go into an example here. And I have Nvidia up here, and this is what the option chain looks like on Fidelity. So I'm recording this on a Wednesday, so let's not put it for the end of this week. So we're going to show August 16th right here. The current price of Nvidia is $98. So let's try to make this as big as possible. Let's close that. So you could see the difference of colors. This is right here in the money, gray's in the money, and white is out of the money. So say this date right here is expiration date. So that's what we talked about. That's when this option play would expire. If you have the cash, if you have $10,000 to play with, you could start on the put side. So you'd have to choose a price under $98. So let's say $4 away, like what I was saying, or a delta of less than 30. You see delta right here, 27% right here. Let's see if I could do that bigger so you can see my face. So I could choose, like, say $94, and then I would sell this I would sell this cash secured put because I have the cash, and the expiration date would be, let's do August 16th. Like I said, I don't know why it switched, but August 16th. That's actually like the delta over here is like 35%, which is fine with me right now too, because we don't know what's going to happen. I'd actually want to buy Nvidia at $94, but kind of breaking my rule. But if I just show you 35% right here, 0.35, just for selling this put, you times the bid times 100, 2.71 times 100, and that's how much premium you're going to get, how much income you're going to get for selling this option. You're going to get $271 for putting out this option play to end on August 16th. You're automatically always going to get the premium, the bid, and then that would show up in your buying power immediately. You will get that $271. And say by August 16th next week on Friday that this does not hit $94. It has to pass it. So it has to be like 94 on the dot or 93.99 for your money to be taken away from you to buy 100 shares in NVIDIA. And then you would have 100 shares. But if it does not hit below $94, all $9,891 that you put up for collateral to buy 100 shares at $94 will show right back up in your buying power. And then you could do this option play again on Monday, on that next upcoming Monday, and potentially get more and more premium every time. But again, say if it did hit 94 or less, exactly 94 or less, then you have to buy 100 shares. Now you would be on the call side. And it's probably going to show August 9th. And then, since that would be August 16th, and then, because you bought it at $94, you would want to choose any price above 94 and collect the premium from there. This isn't going to be the most accurate because you can't predict what the price is going to be, but say it was sitting at $94, like the current stock price in NVIDIA, you would choose anything above it. And then again, you would times the bid times 100, and any of these, you'd be happy selling above $94 because that's what you bought it at. And then you'd be potentially collecting anywhere from $800 of premium, $765, $705, $650. You'd be getting close to $1,000 for putting out this option play. This is the simplest way I could do it. And then you just keep recycling the same money or the same stocks over and over again. And that is technically the wheel strategy in a nutshell. I tried to make it as simple as possible, under 20 minutes. And again, I do have this PDF on my Stand store for free. So if you wanted to download it, feel free to download it. It has all the vocab that you need. And then if you wanted a little bit more in-depth teaching, I do have a course there. I believe it's the cheapest one you'll ever find. And then if you do buy it, DM me on Instagram and I will do a one-on-one with you for any questions that you may have after you finish the course. I'll do a one-on-one with you, answer all the questions for about an hour, and I will even walk you through a trade that you could potentially do with whatever amount of money that you have. That's what I'm going to give to you because I believe everyone should have the opportunity to make as much money as possible in the stock market. And this is one of the easiest ways. And I wish I learned sooner, even though I've been doing it for, I think, around like 5 years now, and it's really done really well for me. I wish I learned way sooner than that. And hopefully this is that moment for you where you're starting to learn it and you start making an incredible amount of money and start building that portfolio. So if you guys got any value in this video, please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you guys very soon. Peace.